Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here. Welcome back to some more of our road to the league with Southport. Well, the road is that we've arrived. We've arrived at the Prem, but it is not done. Last year, we actually got a promotion through the playoffs yet again. That was our second one in a row for that one. Because we got it last year and the other times were automatic promotions. So, another promotion, and we are at the top. The top is going to be difficult, though. But first, we need to go through some things on the in-season review, because I kind of did this to where the point that we kind of went forward. We're going to play 2 games today. I want to kind of get the season kicked off. Took me a lot longer to get through this than normal. So, our best 11 end of the year. I mean, there's no surprise that it's still a 5-3 end of season review. All right, the arrivals. We had to bring in Jacob Przwozny in because of an injury, and he played 7 appearances. And this man actually held it down when he needed to. At Limonea did absolute work. 50 appearances, 1 in sub, 3 goals, 1 assist, a 7.10. That was great. Arnell not coming in for a fee from Norwich City, him being free was insane. I mean, the man did absolute work. 8 goals, 10 assists. Jordan Lake coming in as well from Blackburn Rovers. 52 appearances. I think this is how many games we played this year is 52. I think he played all of them. Maybe there's a couple more he didn't play in. The signing of the season, and what is arguably also, as we went forward, you won't see it in this. This is also the signing for the entire league. Jack Went came in, 45 appearances, a 7.0 flat, and this man did absolute work. Zanelli comes in from Copenhagen for a fee, plays 51 games, 11 goals, 4 assists. I mean, he's actually growing as a good player. Savi held it down when we needed a reserve. Kobo came on strong as the season came. This man did absolute work. And then we just needed a body to play in midfield, which I was not disappointed in that. The guys transferring out, obviously Pedro Guerrero, we did sell him, and then we got him loaned back from Nottingham Forest. Trying to buy him back was a pain. It did not work. It did not happen. But I did realize now that we sold him and then loaned him back. Schumacher actually left. It wasn't a big one. Our big ones, Bolton Wanderers, Bradley McKendry. And then, yeah, it's there. All right. 4th position. It's great. It's great. FA Cup. Yeah, Stoke City wasn't great. And Carlisle United beat us in the Carabao Cup. That is nothing to write home about, but Lacau with 23 goals for us. Goal of the season was a Zanelli 28th minute goal, top drawer, 25 yards out. Let's see this one. Where is Zanelli? Is here. It was a 2-1 loss to Crystal Palace, and then we just absolutely battered them in the second game, 7-0. Ooh. That was a dirty shot. Yeah, we destroyed them 7-0 in the second one. Okay. So that's there. Money-wise, yeah, it's there. O'Neal being the most jerseys sold. Our head coaches for August and March kind of revamps, and us being the head coach of the year. Jimmy Oriel is the fan player of the season and the young player. Signing Jack Wint. We saw that goal. Top goal scorer was Lacau with 24 goals. I think he came in later. He only played at the... Actually, he only played in the FA Cup, so that's where that one other goal comes from. Most assists, Bruno. Most man of the matches from Orel. Atlee Manea. Most league goals scored by a player. Marlon Tate still going strong, but yeah. And then highest transfer fee paid. We broke this by a mile when we go through. Okay. So we will go through. All right, player stats. So Lacau did have 23 goals. The most was Joe Casey, who was at Reading with 24. That was actually a big one there. When we go through, Jack Wint 15 shutouts. Leicester City with Mitrovic had 20. 20. That's insane. It's insane. All right. When it goes to the stats wise, appearances, I mean, we had the most. We're trying to shove in, but also we didn't have a lot of subs. So that's one of the biggest things. Good, most assists. And the biggest thing, yeah. So I feel like the stats are pretty good with that. When we look at the individual stats, I mean, appearances, Jordan Lake was the most there. Goals, 24 for Lacau in total. Bruno had 15, another 15 for Jamie Oriel, and 11 for Zanelli. I think this contributed to the fact that we had the most goals in the league, our goal difference. Yeah, we did by one over Aston Villa. So that is probably the biggest thing. XG table, unfortunately, there's not an XG table because the playoff wise. Blackburn Rovers was relegated because of taking a 12-point reduction, but even if that 12 points was there, they still would have been relegated. Portsmouth and Wrexham. One thing I do want to say here is up at the Prem, it's Birmingham City, Fulham, and Luton Town, which are relegated. I tried to look through some of their players, didn't see a whole lot, but Chelsea wins the league above us, and this is kind of what we're looking at when we come into this league is 35 is probably the need. 40 will allow us to be safe. 40 points will keep us in. So that's kind of the gist of what we're going with. Before we load up, let's kind of give you an idea what I thought about, which I kind of did in the last season, but we'll kind of take this and we'll also compare our last episode. We'll compare this for what actually happened. So look how we did have this 8.8 million here. The issue with that is this 8.8, while it's there, look how didn't want to come back until later on. Then he got picked up by not Nottingham Forest, but Tottenham. And Tottenham actually is probably going to have a very good player with Lacau. So that's kind of unfortunate with that, but with our reputation, we just could not bring him in early. Bruno, Zanelli, and brought them in. They were actually pretty easy to bring in because they wanted to be here. Jimmy Oriel as well being here. O'Neal, I mean, we saw this price tag. We do eventually sell him to the Saudi League, which was a good one there. But when you're looking at this, you're not seeing, like, you're seeing a good, healthy portion, but a lot of these players are coming in from the Prem, and I don't think we're going to be able to pull anyone in. Kind of sucks. It kind of does. So let's see it. because this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting what it looks like. And here's how it looked. And yes, we start with Man City to start the year. Yay. Here's what it is. Yeah, it's completely different for the most part. And there's the key players that you're probably noticing, like, how did you pull that off? That's because they're 33, 34 years old. That's why. So, going by potential, this is how it kind of looks like. Velasquez, Bergstrom, Iker Herrera, Zanali, we did bring him in. He's going to stay. Bruno. I mean, these are all Prem talents. We start to fall off a little bit as we go down, but also Oriel, he's 4-star, is kind of teetering in what is a Prem player. Notice we do have a couple of injuries. Bruno with knee tendonitis, Vernesi with pulled groin. Unfortunately, one guy that we kind of wanted to see a little bit this season, playing some midfield and some wing back, I'm going to try this. Teda Makinawa from Japan. But he is also an English national. No. I take that back. I looked at Japan so much that yeah, he's not from Japan. I do have one. Where is he? The man looks like an absolute beast. Curious. This man's gonna get a lot of work this season. Yes. I look so much into Japan that I thought I had more than one player, but it seems like I only have one player from Japan. Sad face. Yeah. I should have probably looked at the nationalities and just not the names. Okay. So it looked pretty good. When it looks through the actual signings, what we're looking for is Martin Ramirez will come in here in March. Let me restart. Martin Ramirez comes in January because that's the end of the season for the Uruguayan League. So he's going to come in. He's going to be down at his at the under 18s probably. But I just don't know if he comes in at 18, if that 3 years still counts there. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. We're still making a lot of offers with a lot of youngsters at this point. Jose Gonzalez, we've made an offer for him, trying to bring him in. I think ultimately we will get him. But, I mean, this is just someone to add to the under 18s because our 21s and under 18s are pretty small. So we need to build up those teams at this level to kind of develop some players. Ismail Kone, free transfer, just trying to bring someone in and maybe he can hold down the midfield. Yes, he is a great player. Crystal Palace, he's been there for a long time. At the end of the day, I mean, this is just trying to sell jerseys, to be honest with you. Just trying to sell jerseys. Maybe David, this is cool name for sure. Sit hole, not shithole. Sit hole. And he's 18 years old. I mean, if he comes in, he could grow into something as well. We're the only ones here giving $350K for him. I think he could be sitting down at the under 21s. And then Alexis Berdini, the French youngster. Again, it is just us. Free transfer. We could bring him in and maybe see what he can do. He was at Nice 2. Played a couple games for Nice for their first team. So it's there. Now the actual transfers. The transfers in. I think we were here. So we're gonna have to go. Actually, we'll just go through this one by one. Nicholas Velasquez here. I think this would be great. I think he could actually pop in, grow into a Prem player. We're not going to play him a whole lot starting unless we have more injuries. But I think he could grow into something good there. Mark King. I mean, we loaned him out, but that was all good. Simone De Rosa is our guy that's going to be playing up top. I don't think he's a League One player. I think he's up to the Prem because this guy could be absolutely phenomenal for us. I don't think this is true where he's our fourth best like winger or striker or anything. This man looks like he can do some work. Iker Herrera from Bilbao. Now this was a big one that we came in. I thought we could probably leverage some attacking potential in the middle and we could go out and get someone. We actually bought Iker Herrera from Bilbao in Spain, and this is going to be a big one. Now, with this, we've given him a target, and what we hope to see with Herrera is a lot of play through the middle and a good amount of goals. Flair, determination's in here, good passing, long shots there. I think this guy is going to do absolute work for us. He's also likes big matches. He's consistent performer. I mean, this man at 23 years old will be a good core for us. Like I said before, we looked at Japan a whole lot. We brought in one player, Katsushi Swanaga. I mean, we want to leverage some jersey sales overseas. We want to kind of leverage some international players that can bring it in and see if we can get some of those sales increased. Ramas Bergstrom with this, I thought he could be a good reserve player for us. Yes, he's 5'5". He's not going to be playing the middle. He's going to be playing more of a wing back. But I think he can grow into something. 21 years old, Swedish youngster. I mean, look where he is. He's fourth right now. And he can grow. The biggest thing is we had an issue with potential. We needed more players that can grow into something. And yeah, that's what we were targeting. Thiago, our own in-house Thiago here, going to go out on loan. We're going to see if we can develop him a bit, be a League One, League Two potential, and then see if we can sell him out. We don't have an affiliate right now. Probably next season if we stay up. Kurt Bopp goes over to Bristol Rovers. In this, we've been trying to sell and get some players out. He was probably the easiest one to sell, going over to them. Martin King, we saw that we bought him and then we loaned him over to Rochdale. I think that could be good. He's already played one game. I think this is another situation where we build him up. We get him probably in 2 years. He's maybe a League 2 or League 1 side player. And then we probably sell him for a couple of $1 million, which will help us a little bit. All right. Now here's the meat and potatoes of our signings. So let's go in the transfer out, and I'll give you an idea of how that transfer out relates to the transfers in, because we have a couple that will just kind of won with Glenn Bourgeois-Bunde. But Victor Babatunde goes over to Wigan Athletic on loan for 10.75 in that loan. Again, this is a guy that would look good, but we actually started going like parabolic in our promotions, and so we quickly overshadowed where Babatunde could be in his potential. So with that, we're going to loan him out. We loaned him over to Wigan Athletic. We'll see how he does, and eventually that could be a sell next season. Scott Strachan goes to Cheltenham Town on loan. This is one of our homegrown players, came through our academy, and actually, no, he didn't come through our academy. This is a Liverpool or Spartans. So this makes more sense. Came through the Scottish over to Liverpool and then comes into our bit. Okay. Makes sense. I bought so many different players that we have really just one homegrown guy, and Samber, which we know we came through our youth intake, because our youth intake's been bad. So this was a player that I think we could have developed in the house if we weren't going parabolic in our promotions, but we will look to sell him on here in the next couple of years. His contract is actually done next year, so maybe it's one of those that we do sell him before the end of the season. Here's our big sell this year, and we knew it was going to happen. It is Will O'Neill to Al Shabab. He moves over for $18.5 million. I mean, he had a lot of injuries for us here and there. He couldn't stay on the field. He is a decent Prem player, but for 18.25 million or 18.5 million, yeah, that helped us not be massively in the red. Now, this isn't a big deal here because we're projected to make 64 million at this point, but I needed to balance this because we have to do some development, and some players actually had the promise to do some development. Our Glenn Bongier Bunde. So I bought him, came in from Tromsdalen on a free. We sent him on loan back to them for the end of their season, he wanted to say, which is in December. So he'll be here for the winter transfer window. I think he could be good. I think he'd be good. Maybe a little bit of speed and strength needs to be increased, but for an attacking player that could pop back and be a defender, I mean, I think he could be there, something to develop. Determination 19 off ball, 16 with his vision, composure. The only thing is maybe a little bit more consistency, but I think we can do it. Aaron Tor leaving to Mansfield Town along with Reese Harvey. I mean, these are guys that got us up to this point, but they're just not up to stuff here. I mean, we're talking about Vanderham National League level. And then Daryl Young goes to Oxford United. Again, this was a guy that we brought in. Couldn't really develop him, and so we do loan him out. He'll be out until the to the end of the year, and then we'll probably put a release on him. Maybe on Harvey. No, Harvey was out for 10 million, so he's out York City. Now for the transfers in and how we shape this. Now we spent 20 million in total. We had 18.25. And then we spent maybe 22 here. Let's say maybe 23 in total. No, because that's probably about 25. 25 million in total, and the going out is at 20. So 5 million, that's not too bad to actually revamp a team and get it ready for the Prem. First one, Christian Vernesi from Torino. I mean, we saw him. I think he could play some good bit of ball for us out wide. And I think he's going to be a big sub at first. And then we'll probably put him in because Lake's there. The man that I thought was from Japan. Yeah. You just needed a body that could play, and I thought he had the good physicals and mentals and the good tackling. Yes, he's not up to par. He is a League One player, but I needed someone that can hold down a couple positions because of the injuries we had. Didn't cost too much. Akanwa, 1.4 million from West Brom. Sinelli, like I said, we retained him from Copenhagen. We bring him for 7.5. And I think he is going to be a massive cornerstone here. He's already a good Prem player. Yes, he isn't consistent, but this man could do some work. At 21 years old, I think he can develop. Bruno coming in from Sep in Brazil for 3.5. I think he's going to be a lower level guy in the Prem, standard wise, but I think he's going to perform pretty well for us. Ibrahim Deberku. We needed someone to come in. I mean, this is a long career in Germany, Belgium, had a stint in England, Oxford United in the championship, then went back to Belgium. Then we bring him in for 2.3. I don't think he's played the Bundesliga, so he has played at the top flight in Europe before. Oh, and in the Jupiter Pro League, which I think is their top flight. I forgot to actually get Belgium and the Netherlands up as a league, which I'll do next season. But top of the table, I think. I'd have to look back at it. Possible. Oh, because we don't have them up. That's why. So we're talking about a top league player in Europe. I think he can come through and play pretty well in the middle. And we kind of need it because, I mean, this year what we were able to get was not players that can play outside and then can learn inside. We have a bunch of players that can play outside, just don't have the height to play in the middle, which is a little bit of an issue. Michael Olise was actually released from Man City. And yes, his current ability is a League One player. However, this man, crossing, finishing, first touch, free kick taking, long shots, passing, his corners. I mean, this is a situation of Ward Prowse, where it's an older player who he still has good physicals. But this is a player that is going to come in and take a lot of our set pieces and kind of set us up and allow everyone else to put their head on the ball, get shots off. I mean, this is going to be the guy that allows the team to go through. So those are our signings. Right now, what it looks like our club vision right now, we weren't bought out. We have it every single year. There's people that want to buy it, whether it be a local investor. This time it was a consortium. We didn't change owners. So this is our objectives. We haven't really did anything. They're really just supporters want us to attempt to avoid relegation for the Prem and then strive to make progress on and off the pitch, which is not just money wise, but also the stadium, which we're going to have to go into. So those are our things. Now we're expanding the ground. It'll be completed in 5 months. Our supporters changed a little bit. We're up to about 150k followers. The ticket holders, 2,183. And so you might ask, why is there not a rating list here? Well, the reason why there's not a waiting list is we have to play somewhere else. We're playing right now at Tranmere Rovers Stadium, 13,000 capacity, because we are both having an expansion of our stadium by almost 7. I mean, ultimately it might turn into about 10,000 because we had the 2,000 before and then the additional 7,000. But they've also have to add the heating element in the field. And what we're talking about here is a massive undertaking, which will bring our stadium up to about 15 to 16,000. That is the thing we're waiting for. Unfortunately, it's going to be a while because that stadium will be completed maybe in 5 months, maybe longer. So right now we're going to be playing in a larger stadium. We can't complain with that. Money wise, projection is 64 million projected at this point. We'll be out of debt, and likely by November timeframe, we should be in the green and getting our first upgrade to our next upgrade to our training facilities. So that's kind of what we want to do with that. So we're kind of slowly going through. I feel like we're good at this point. When it comes to the Prem, how it is sorted in the preview. So obviously 2,000 to 1 to stay up. Us, Derby County has 1 to 800 to 1 odds. Yeah, that's not going to be great with that. Yeah, Burnley is projected to be the other one. As for key players, scrolling through, our man here that we brought in from Atalanta, Simone De Rosa, is the only one in there. And then, wow, it's Tino Tenda. Tino Tenda is up here in the list as key players. Okay. That is great. So how this league kind of puts out is, if you don't know anything about the Prem, which most people should at this point, but FM Pacific ones, your season tickets, this is how we level out with everyone right now. And total revenue is around 7 because of an increase of ticket cost. Now, this technically is not true because this goes off our old stadium, which it's the heating but not the seating upgrade to it. So it's not going off Tranmere. I think this will ultimately update. Yeah, ultimately it will update because it's updated here. Sponsorship income is 2.1 million combined with everyone else, which is not a lot in the sponsorship realm, but that will kind of increase. The rules parachute payments were 58 million. Here's a parachute, 51 million given in the first year. So if we're relegated down, we will get a 51 million bump to actually help us in this. So we will be fine if we're relegated, but I'd rather stay up because I think 20 million could be what we get if we're not relegated. I mean, it's still a good chunk of change in there. As for everything else, ESC slots are the same. Transfer window, I mean, it's largely the same from that. We have 4 slots. I mean, all of our ESC players actually got everything. So nothing crazy. Financial rules, there is a minimum, but nothing insane. We're not anywhere near the loss, so there's nothing to really worry about that in financial play situations. Our debts loans for what we did have to bring out isn't bad at all, so we're not going to hemorrhage any money, and this is our value at this point. So projection, we should be pretty good. Financial fair play, yeah, we're not close to it, so we should be fine. All right, I think from here we get into the first game of the season. It's going to be Man City starting out with, and then Aston Villa, who got promoted, won the league last year. Then we have Burnley in the Carabao Cup. Now we play Burnley back to back. We're obviously not going to play them back to back. I think we'll play Burnley and probably Southampton in that second episode before we kind of kill through. I want to take a longer time in the Prem in this, so we won't be done in like 4 days in a season. It'll probably be about a week and a half because we do want to get through this, but we want to kind of slow down and have some fun in the Prem. So to start it with Man City is an absolute travesty at this point, though. Their key man is, no, it's not Erling Haaland. It is Antoine Reinhardt, 27, French international. This man is everyone's going to be so much better than us. It hurts. Let's see. Is Erling Haaland still here? Erlen Holland still has to be here, right? Erlen Holland? Erlen Holland isn't here. Where's Holland at? Erlen Holland was sent into, oh my god, of course, Erlen Holland at 36 years old. Man City sold him for only 22 million to Saudi Arabia. Okay. So that will be our first one. And of course, Aston Villa. We played them before, but we kind of want to see how our team does. Jeffrey Williams is their key man. He's a very good player. And yeah, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Okay, they're playing a 4-2-2-2 with Endrick. Jesus. This team though, wow. Wow, okay, I'm going to show you this. So Wisdom, Moria, Endrick, Pitchford, Hartland, Lewis, Rosano, Reinhardt. I mean, this is a good damn team. But yet, it's Chelsea who won the league last year. Okay. Velasquez will be on international duty from here. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, let's set up this because I haven't really worried about it right now. Where is it? Oh, it's in here. No, not there. It's in here. Okay, let's actually look at our set pieces. Starting 11. Okay, who is taking set corners? This is the set piece in Elise, Herrera, Zanali. Oh. I'm not sure. Here. Maybe that's it. I'm just blanking where the set piece portion is. I must be blind. I thought it was in here. Oh, yeah, it's an attack. Here we go. Okay, corner taker. Elise will take this from the... Okay. That'll work. Shooting range. Elise will be there. Wide. Herrera will take it wide. Is Herrera someone I want to take this here? I'm going to set Elise to take it on both sides. Shooting range, I want to lease to taking up both. Okay. I like this. And then throw-ins. I'm not particularly married to anything in particular. But here we go. I did not realize I was on defend. Okay. Let's submit the team because this is what we're going with. I feel decently well for this. We'll see. We shall see. No pressure. Just go out and play your game. Of course. Our first game, though, is a gut check against Man City. At Man City. Yeah, this is going to hurt. All right. This is going to be a rough season, but it's all about where we finish at the end. It's about the journey. And this is what happens. We need to play balanced. Imagine attacking Man City. Imagine playing attacking against Man City. Here is a cross, and it's going to be on the post. I actually got a hand on that. 6 minutes in, Man City has us on the back leg. Good header to put it back in the box. Wisdom. A carton. Okay. Of course. Rosano. Come on. Honor. The carton. Rosano. And oh my god. Why couldn't you just give me a reasonable game to start the season? Why? Man City to start this season just hurts my soul. I'm sad. I'm sad. But this is Man City. I don't know what I expected. Just VAR, please save us. It's 22 minutes into this. We're 3-0. Do we even deserve to be at the Prem right now? This hurts. All right, at this point, oh my god. Come on. Oh, this hurts. Of course, Endrick, please don't bully us more. Bogdanovic. This hurts. As you can see from my face, this hurts. Would demand more. Maybe it's the tactic. Get it together, Zanali. All right, Zanali, you're coming out. Arnell's coming in. Kobo is banged up. Let's get in Manea. Can Elise play defense? He can play defensively. Come on. Good win by Bergstrom. Okay, good. I don't know what Herrera is doing there. This is going to be a slow burn, guys. I'm going to change who our starters are. Is that a panic? Is that a panic? 6-0. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Just get me out of this game, Football Manager. Why? I don't want to talk about it. This hurts. This is just physical pain. This is pain. This is pain. All right, I need to figure this out because this ain't gonna do it. This ain't gonna do it, guys. All right, here we go. Aston Villa. We need to redeem ourselves. Dreyford Williams is their key man. We're at home. It's just Tranmere, but we'll see. Yeah. All right, 442. Bruno has failed that. Hmm. Who do I want to play there? Okay. 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 Yeah, this is a better formation. Come on. Hmm. Let's go. We're just not getting enough shots. What's the issue here? Tamil takes a shot here. It goes over the net, but that's the only one. All right, here we go. Come on. Mm, let's move it. Here we go. Cross. Yeah, there we go. Simone De Rosa. Okay. Let's get in. Burrell. Hmm. Do I want to bounce him back? Hmm. We'll take it. Come on. Come on. I'm good. 1 point in our. We just need 39 more. We need 39 more. Okay, so I feel like we played better there. I think we will play this for the remainder of the season. Hopefully it's something that goes good. So I'm going to play this game. We'll be back with this Burnley game next episode. And then probably Southampton. And we'll see. So thanks for joining me. Go leave a like below, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully you enjoy pain and suffering, because I believe this first couple of years in the Prem are going to be pain and suffering. So yeah, have fun watching pain and suffering, because it's going to be a lot of face palm. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Later, guys.